Clark. I'm a podcaster at QAQN.com, and I'm the MC for this event. How did everyone work out this week? Good? Yeah? Everyone had a good summit? Yeah? A couple things I want to mention before we get on with it. Don't forget we have Affiliate Summit West 2013 coming up in January. From the 13th to the 15th, it's going to be at Caesars in Las Vegas. Always a great time, and registration's now open. So go and check that out at affiliatesummit.com. And again, I'm so thrilled that you all had a great time here at Affiliate Summit, and thank you again for being here. I'm going to bring up our keynote speaker. His name is Dave Cupples, and Dave started his first business at age 4. By 15, he was earning thousands in affiliate commissions. He topped the University of Sydney in e-marketing, as well as graduating with first-class honors in law. While still a full-time student, he turned a hypothetical assignment to a successful online store, ApeShop, and he won the Sydney and NSW Business Awards, NSW Young Entrepreneur of the Year, and he was featured on Channel 9 and Sky Business Television. In April 2011, Dave was the winner of SMX Idol at SMX Sydney. He was voted Best Speaker by the audience. He's traveled the world speaking at leading conferences, including the largest affiliate conferences in Australia and Europe, and the largest one in the world, Affiliate Summit. Dave is the author of The 4-Year-Old Entrepreneur, which you'll see down here on the stage, and he's the founder of the nonprofit charity fundraising social network DonateSponsor.org. Dave shares his latest business tricks and advice at fatcowbusiness.com. Please give a warm welcome to Dave Cupples.
Thanks, Daniel. It's really good. Thank you. The mouse. Okay, well, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here. I'm going to talk about 7 secrets to using social media and affiliate marketing to live your dreams. So I've got some really interesting case studies from around the world, and also I want to give you guys lots of the best and latest tools and resources out there. And we've also got some audience participation where you can win some prizes, including an authentic boomerang and koala from Australia, and a didgeridoo and kangaroo as well. And I just want to give a big shout out and thanks to Incentivize.com by CPA Way. They actually donated $1,500 to charity, so I wear their t-shirt. And I'm going to tell you guys later in the speech how any of you who are fundraising for charity can submit your official fundraising pages to share in the donation. And also all of the links and resources will be tweeted out live. They'll be on my blog at fatcowbusiness.com/ASC12. And I'll be tweeting them out live from Fat Cow Business on Twitter and also Facebook. So make sure you tweet it up and share and comment on the ASC12 hashtag. So first, I know lots of you guys here are entrepreneurs, so who here had a business or a lemonade stand or something like that when you were a kid? Anyone? Awesome. Well, that baby there is actually me at age 4 when I started my first business called David's Bookshop. So I would write and illustrate books and sell them, and I actually still have some of my stock. That's one called Drinking 50 Cents. And I wrote, drink and drive, kill your life. And that's not all. You can get drunk. And I have 2 pictures there, drunk, not drunk. And just how I got started in affiliate marketing. I was in high school in 1999, and we just got a computer with the internet. And my parents sat me down and said, son, we're sending you to work at Burger King, where they paid $4 an hour. Now I pleaded. I was like, no, wait. I'm going to start an internet business. Now my dad is really old school, so I'd stir him up as a teenager, and I'd say, I'm going to have clients in the United States and get checks in the post. And he would go, oh, what is this internet? This is ridiculous. But soon, piles and piles of checks would arrive in the post from the US and Europe while I was in school, and those are actual copies from 1999. So thanks to affiliate marketing, I successfully avoided working at Burger King. Okay, so secret number 1 goes to the heart of what it means to be an entrepreneur. That it's not about you, it's about them. So you want to pick the gaps in the market and give people what they want. So whether you're creating a business or a blog post, the key is to tactically focus on the best opportunities or the low-hanging fruit. So you want to invest your time, money, and resources on the best opportunities. So the whole idea of being an internet entrepreneur is picking the gaps in the market. So where there's a massive amount of searches and demand and less websites or competition or existing content already out there. Now, one starting point to find gaps in the market is Google Insights. Now this shows you how the search volume for a particular keyword trends over time. Now I say if the demand for a particular product or item has been the same for many years, then that's many years for other businesses to already enter the market and produce content. So usually you'll find the areas with less competition, areas where demand is recently spiking, as there hasn't been time for competitors to spring up yet. So a great affiliate success story which illustrates this is Zach Johnson. Did any of you guys see Zach speak? This affiliate summit, did a great session. And Zach actually came out to Australia as well and spoke at our Australian affiliate conference. Zach's actually known for getting that massive check from Yahoo, which is $306,000. And he had a site about MySpace backgrounds, which got so much traffic that it made $860,000 pure profit just from ads in 4 months between 2005 and 2006. And I say a massive reason that a kid like Zach was able to get that much traffic without that much competition is if you look at the months that he made all that money, his topic area, MySpace, was trending up off the charts. So some similar topics that would be in demand today would be things like Pinterest, Instagram, even Twitter, which I've got there. And down the bottom right on Google Insights, you can see those rising searches. They're a real gold mine for any internet entrepreneur. So usually for your business, there'll be certain products, topics, or segments that are trending up. So I say create websites or blog posts focusing on those trending topics. And if you can have some vision about what people are going to do before they do it, well, that's a license to print money. So one great way to find topics which are going to spike, where demand is going to spike, is Google Suggest. So we all know people are lazy. They don't click past the first page of search results. They don't scroll down past the fold. And now they don't even finish typing what they're really searching for. They just pick what Google suggests that's close enough. So you can see there I was actually trying to search for weight loss workout, but then Google suggests weight loss pills. So I'm like, well, that looks easier, so let's just go with that. But seriously, whatever suggested terms are listed in those drop-down suggested menus are going to get spikes in traffic. So try this free online tool which will scrape keywords from Google Suggest. It's called Uber Suggest. You can specify which country, you can export to a TXT file, and it even has an expander function where you could specify a keyword, such as credit cards, and it'll go and show you all of the suggestions for every letter. So question and answer sites, they're great for content ideas and for getting links and traffic too. People ask for all sorts of suggestions like, what's the best printer? How do I train my dog? And I don't know if you can read this lovely woman on the left. Desperate cougar needs help to keep young man plaything. So I'm not naming any names, but I know a few affiliates in the room who could help that lovely lady out. So I actually made a video there of the top 10 question and answer sites for affiliates. And my #1 site is Quora. This is like a social media version of Yahoo Answers for the influencers. So you sign in with your Facebook or Twitter account, and many visitors are influencers who will link, retweet, and share. So people ask for the best resources, and you can list your blog posts, or just answer their question and put a link to one of your articles for more information. You can easily get great traffic as well as being shared and retweeted. So with blogging and social media, the key is don't create content blindly, but give people what they want. You can see the questions being asked out there. So look here on Quora. I just type in a few keywords and look at all these questions. So these are the questions people out there are asking. These are the things people are demanding blog posts and videos about. So now when you take this idea of giving people what they want and now apply this thinking to your PR and your B2B relationships as well, there's tremendous potential. So if you want to get free PR and media coverage, give journalists what they want. Journalists don't want to publish a bland sales pitch about your business. They want to write about a hot topic that's trending in the media that everyone's talking about. So pick a hot trending topic and give tips or your opinion or put your spin on it. And a couple of resources to find journalists that are seeking experts for comments are SourceBottle and Harrow, Help a Reporter Out, which is actually by one of our previous speakers, Peter Shankman. Now an example is my friend Davina, who's a fashion designer. And she used the hot topic of the Apple iPad launch to generate some amazing viral publicity worldwide for her designs. So the week a new Apple iPad is launched, all the journalists are hungry for everything and anything that relates to the Apple iPad. So Davina and her partners created iClothing, the world's first iPad-compatible clothing. So they had the IT and the iDress with these ridiculous giant iPad pouches. And they went down to the Apple iPad launch at the Sydney store, And next thing, reporters were wearing eye clothing, and it went viral across newspapers and TV around the world. So they were featured in CNN, the Wall Street Journal, Mashable, and even got a congratulatory note saying, "Keep up the good work, guys," from none other than Steve Jobs. So for secret number 2, I want to share with you guys a really wise story my grandpa used to tell us when we were young. So it's the tale of the 3 men and the stove. So we have the first man. He sees somebody touch the stove and get burnt, and he says, I won't touch the stove. So he learns from other people's mistakes, and he is the wisest man of all. So then we have the second man. He sees someone touch the stove and gets burnt, but he says, it burned him, it won't burn me. So he touches the stove and gets burnt. But then he says, I won't touch the stove anymore. So he's not as wise as the first man, but he is still wise, as at least he learns from his own mistakes. And then we have the third man. He sees someone touch the stove and get burnt, but he touches it anyway and gets burnt. But then he says, it burnt my hand, it won't burn my foot, and gets burnt. And then he says, it burnt my foot, it won't burn my head, and gets burnt. So he doesn't even learn from his own mistakes. And we all used to laugh when my grandpa would say this last part. And it is he who falls into the true category of the fool. So secret number 2, learn from other people and at least learn from yourself. And this is such an important lesson for internet marketing, because you really need to be tracking and testing so you can do more of what's working and less of what's not. So success leaves clues. And you can either learn by trial and error, which takes years, or learn from other people who have already done it. Because there's virtually no problem in life you can have that other people haven't been through before. And when you know what's coming, you have the power of anticipation, not reaction. So don't just guess what you think might work, reverse engineer what's already working for your competitors. So a great free tool to find your competitors' most linked to pages is Open Site Explorer. So I've got this example up there, which is of incomediary.com. And I've put in the top pages where I click there. And it shows the top pages which are getting the most links. So it says top earning blogs, top 50 influential bloggers, top websites. So maybe it's just me, but these top lists are attracting links. So the lesson, if you want people to link to you or do what you want, stroke their ego. And on the right, Open Site Explorer also has a fantastic tool to spy on your competitors and see their most influential backlinks. So if you're trying to build backlinks, type your keywords into Google and see what sites come up. Look at where they're getting their backlinks from and try and get those same links. So now a quick tip on how to steal your competitors' customer demographic information to laser target Facebook ads. So say you're going to create a Facebook ad about weight loss. Facebook will ask you what age, gender, likes you want to target. So go to quantcast.com and put in your keyword like weight loss, or a competitor's site like weightwatchers.com. And it'll show you there, visitors are female, 35 to 50 plus, higher income. It even tells you their likes. You can see Jillian Michaels, that hot trainer from The Biggest Loser, and Oprah magazine. So plug this into your Facebook ads. You'll get better targeting, higher click-through rates, and therefore pay much less per click. So secret number 3 is a really important lesson that I learned the hard way. The key to any successful business is repeat customers and relationships. Now, when I was studying marketing at uni, my professors would keep saying, it is far cheaper to market to an existing customer than to a new customer. And at the time I was like, yeah, got it. But it didn't really hit home until I started my own online store. And as an online merchant, I really saw this firsthand. So my online store sold really expensive items like phones, cameras, and computers. So new customers ask so many questions. How do I know it's genuine? Is there warranty? How can I trust you with my credit card? So they don't know whether to trust us. And also, we don't know whether to trust them because, with credit card orders, there are scammers galore. And when you have an e-commerce store, you see all sorts of crazy things out there. Do any of you guys run an online store? So I remember we had this one customer, and she said, I'm shopping for a camcorder for my honeymoon, wink, wink. And then she insisted it had to have an extra large hard drive. And as for what happened there, all I'm going to say is this. If you're going to return your camcorder, please delete the hard drive. So, I discovered firsthand, paying for clicks and traffic from shopping comparison sites and Google AdWords was a lot of hassle, and as competitors moved in, those channels were only going to last and be profitable for so long. But on the other hand, compare all of that hassle, checking, questions, and BS with orders from repeat customers. So we had our repeat clients like government departments and companies where they had dealt with us before and they trusted us. And these repeat customers, they ask less questions, they buy more stuff, they refer more friends, they hardly ever complain, and marketing to these existing customers via email was free. So the lesson is the value in a business is all about relationships. And any good business should be based more and more on repeat customers over time. Like Zappos, for example, 75% of their orders is repeat customers. So a great example of how marketing and to a list of followers over and over again is so powerful is Catch of the Day. So they sell 1 deal a day in Australia, just like Woot. So it was started by two brothers from their garage, and they killed all of the big boy retailers in Australia, all from repeat customers and selling over and over again to their email and social media database, which is around 1 million subscribers. And you can see on the website, it scrolls across there and that says, MP Valance has just placed his 89th order. And their number one customer has placed 246 orders. So compare the cost of marketing to this existing customer for 246 orders versus the cost to acquire new customers via PPC 246 times. And when you have so many loyal customers like this, they spread the word and tell all their friends for free. And you want to know the amount these guys have spent on Google AdWords? 0. So I actually remember meeting these guys at this PayPal party when they were starting out and when these 1 deal a day sites were just starting out. And people were saying, a different product every day? That's crazy. But you know what? It might have been a different product every day, but it was the same customer. And that's what you want to build your business around. But I've actually found there's a certain type of relationship that you want for your business to succeed. You don't want to be peddling a commodity at the lowest price. And this might sound controversial, but you don't just want customers who just need what you have. And you don't want workers or partners who just have the skills that you need. So you want people who believe what you believe. So think about Apple. People feel an affinity with what the company stands for. And Apple could sell anything. I mean, they could even tape 4 iPhones together and call it a new product and have people lining up. And actually, Simon Sinek did a great TED talk about this. He said, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So any long-term business should be based on repeat customers. But it's not just that first list of end users. There are actually at least 3 levels of relationships. So the second is your list of JV partners or affiliates who can reach many of your target customers at once and really help you leverage and grow your business fast. And the third customer is the ultimate customer who will buy your business. Because ideally, as an entrepreneur, the fastest way to bring money forward is to sell your business. But with some of these massive valuations that you see at the moment, it's pretty hard to get that if it's only based on future cash flows. So the much better way is not to play that game, but to dangle your business as a carrot to someone who can unlock strategic value. So you need to ask, who can make more money from your business than you can? So think about the recent Facebook acquisition of Instagram. Obviously, Instagram had that list of 30 million loyal users, but it was making no revenue. But because of the strategic value, it turned out to be worth $1 billion to Facebook. So Spritz.com.au is a bit of a case study. They're a 1 deal a day group buying site in Australia like Groupon, and they leveraged all 3 levels of relationships really well. So firstly, they built up a database of 550,000 repeat customers. And secondly, they leveraged off affiliates with CPA offers and even managed to partner with some big shopping comparison sites and cross-promote to their databases. And thirdly, they lined up a buyer who could make more money from the business than they could. And only 10 months to the day after they started the business, they sold the company to Yahoo in Australia for $40 million. So building a list and relationships with repeat customers is where the money is. But I am stunned with the amount of businesses that are just missing out on this. So back home before I came over, I went out to a supplement store and I bought a whole stack of protein shakes. So I was hoping I'd buff up and fill out this t-shirt because I only had XL. So I must have bought like $500 worth of stuff. And they didn't ask once, oh, here's a loyalty card. They didn't say join our email newsletter or here's a discount. I was literally dragging a giant sack out the door and there's a sign, hope to see you again. And you know, that's the big problem. There's so many websites or businesses out there Just let people land on their website and they just hope that people buy. You know, they hope that people sign up and follow you. And they just hope that people spread the word to all their friends. You know, what type of business plan is that? So secret number 4, nothing will happen unless you make it happen. Now, I'm sure you've all heard the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Well, cows are different. It's a true story. I actually went to an agricultural high school where we had cows on the farm, and we were actually taught how to make animals drink. So we had the calves, and we'd fill the trough with milk or water, but they won't drink. They'll only suckle their mum, or a bottle, or a finger. So we were taught, dip your finger in the trough, and you go here, and they'll come. And you dip it and make them come closer, and they'll come. And you dip it and hold it just above the water, and they'll come. And you hold it below the water, and bam, you have incentivized and taught an animal how to drink. So incentivize everything. If you're driving traffic on Facebook, make it a link to a custom tab where you go, click like to unlock a free video. Then enter your email, join our email newsletter to access a free ebook. Then share to all your friends on Facebook and Twitter to access this. And even make a purchase to get all these free bonuses. So you want to pull your customers through your sales funnel and basically incentivize them to take every action you want them to take. So I actually have a really cool case study that I saw over in AdTech London. It was by Strongmail and Mint.com, where they offered customers 3 different incentives to refer friends to join for free. So we had 3 groups. A was offered the chance to win an iPod Nano. Another was a control group that were just told to refer their friends. And the final one, Group C, the incentive was free beta access to special features. So now's the competition for audience participation. So you can win this authentic operational boomerang from Australia and this koala as well. So maybe whoever catches the cow can come on up and answer. So who wants it? Which area? I'll just chuck it. Ugh. Woo! Come on down. All right, so the question's going to be, which one of these incentives was the most effective in getting the most new customer referrals? A, B, or C? Hi, Paul.
How you doing, Dave?
Good luck.
Thank you.
So you got the question, so what do you think?
Let's see. I'd have to say A. Everyone wants a Nano.
Well.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately not. So sorry, no boomerang. We'll try again. Who wants it? Oh. All right, come on up. So what's your name? Drew. Hi, thanks.
Hey, Drew.
So you've got a 1 in 2 chance, B or C. Sorry, Paul, if I feel bad. All right, C, let's see.
Hey. No, wait.
Woo! Congratulations. Well done. So enjoy your boomerang and kangaroo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Koala.
Koala, sorry. Kangaroo's the next person. You guys know more about Australia than me. But yeah, offering a free beta trial to special features as an incentive proved far more effective, and it resulted in far more new customers signing up. And I think it stands to reason, because one group is just spamming their friends to win an iPod, but that other group that want to get access to the special features, they obviously really love the service. So their recommendation is authentic, and they're the type of customer evangelists that you really want to encourage. So my takeaway is the best way to get people to share your content to their friends is to give them a free sample or digital content related to what you're selling them. And I'll give you guys a couple of free plugins to do exactly that. So first, how to incentivize and supercharge email opt-ins. So I'm sure you guys know you must have an email subscribe form prominently on your blog. I mean, that's the business asset you are building and the value of your business right there. And you really must put an incentive. So I say a free ebook or video or digital content. And if you ask any of the successful bloggers around here where they're making money, like this is John Chow, for example, it's not those one-hit wonder clicks on the banners. The real money is from emailing and milking your database like a cow over and over again. And with your email sign-up form, it really should be up the top. Preferably the top right is regarded well, because any culture or language such as English, when your users' eyes are going to the right-hand side of the page, they are on their way out. And that's your last chance to catch them in. And even better is to pop it up and force them to make a decision. And a really easy tool to add this to any WordPress site is pop-up domination. And some people think these pop-ups look a bit spammy, so another option is a top feature email box right across the top of your website. the sign-up rates are generally even better than the pop-up. So your site is basically like a squeeze page at the top with one clear call to action. So you want to think tunnel, not supermarket. So now just quickly how to incentivize users to like your Facebook page. Now I'm sure most of you guys know with the Facebook timeline updates this year, unfortunately you can no longer make every person go to your FanGate reveal tab by default. But you can still link straight to a custom tab. So if you're promoting a link or driving traffic with a Facebook ad, make it a link to a custom tab and with a call to action, click like to unlock a free ebook or video. So you can see that example by Red Bull with the new timeline. So a really easy way to add this to any of your Facebook pages is a free app. It's called Static HTML Iframe tabs. So I put a tutorial on my blog, but it's pretty easy. You just cut and paste the code to display to non-fans and then to fans. And the best converting one I've found is click like to unlock a secret video about your subject with a massive arrow pointing up. So my advice is once they click like, offer them something more like an ebook and put your email sign-up form for your email database. I find it gets an insane amount of sign-ups because these people are pre-qualified. They've just signed up and are really keen. So put a really good offer on that success page. And what I like to do after users have just signed up or just clicked like is now incentivize these people to share with their friends. So a couple of quick tools to incentivize people to share on Facebook or Twitter. Cloudflood is completely free. Just go to cloudflood.com and you create a free share button and the user has to basically click and share on Facebook or Twitter to unlock a free download. And Social Easy Share is a WordPress plugin that lets you hide selected content in your post and people have to share on Facebook or Twitter to access the content. And that also can build your email list using Facebook Connect as well. So a few loyalty plugins. PunchTab is another plugin that has a good free version. Uses Facebook Connect and users basically earn loyalty points for every comment, share or like they do on your site. And another one is List Eruption, and this doesn't use Facebook Connect, but it gives people a custom link once they sign up and encourages them to refer to their friends, and if different amounts of their friends sign up, they get access to different rewards. So just on getting people to sign up to your website, when I was over at A4U Expo in Munich last year, the keynote speaker was Rory Sutherland from Ogilvy. And he spoke about the comparison effect that people buy or sign up based on the context and in which something is framed. And Ogilvy says the wine that a customer will choose to buy will actually change depending on what other bottles of wine are placed on the shelf next to it. So if presented with three options, people will invariably say, one's too expensive, the cheaper one must be crap, I'll take the middle one. So tell me, which orange circle is bigger? The one on the left or the one on the right? Anyone? Well, you guys are smart. Well, they're actually the same size, but it's kind of impossible to objectively see that because our mind wants to compare it with what's placed next to it. Obviously, you guys don't fall for that, so you're pretty smart. But also, presenting multiple options at sign up increases conversions because of psychological framing. The question becomes not should I buy or sign up, but which one? And I keep hearing it all the time that 3 options is the sweet spot. Rory from Ogilvy said that in Europe. The SEO Moz price and plans page is a great one. Chris Pearson does some great presentations here and he always says 3 options. And probably the best example I've seen is Basecamp by 37 Signals. So they've got 3 options, but even better, they're facilitating the sign up by showing the visitor what to do and suggesting the most popular option. So before I get on to secret number 5, I want to share with you guys the story of how I made my very first $100 at age 4 and learned one of the most important lessons in life. So just think back to when you guys were 4. For most of us, there was some toy or something we all dreamed of having, right? So when I was 4, what I really wanted was to make $100. So I was writing and selling books with David's Bookshop, and I was also really into collecting and recycling cans. And I was hardcore. So we would be driving down the highway in the family car, and I would see a can at the side of the road, and I would yell, "Stop!" And my dad would go, "Arr!" And I would jump out and grab that one can. So I remember the whole garage was full of bags and bags of cans, and we took them all down to recycling, and technically I would have made over $100, but my sister was born when I was 4, and there was a rule in our family that whatever I earned, we would have to share it 50-50. So I was 4 years old, I was still chasing that elusive $100, so I was worth around $73. So I decided I'd take my parents out to dinner to a fancy restaurant. So I dressed up like a little pimp, and at the end I was like, I'll get this tab. And it ended up costing way more than I thought, and and I ended up spending all my money. And then what happened is my uncle heard that I spent all my money on my parents, and because I did that, my uncle then gave me $100. And that's the actual photo of me holding that very first $100, so you can see how excited I was. And that taught me such an amazing lesson at a young age, that when you give value first to others, it will come back to you many times over. And especially now with social media, it's created this new ecosystem of transparency. So people are not only engaging back, they are talking to each other. And the way you treat the people at the bottom is being seen by the people at the top. And Seth Godin has described this paradigm shift from marketers being advertisers to now more like content producers. So in old traditional media, you would rent the eyeballs. Now you own the eyeballs. So you used to just pay to rent the audience's attention for a short period during a TV or newspaper ad. So it's a bit like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, just get in there and get what you can. But now, by building a social media following, you are building your own audience. So you are building a long-term asset, and you need to nurture that and that relationship over time. So now just a bit about how Facebook and social media differ from search marketing. Facebook says you're reaching out to users before they search, and you're often advertising to them at an earlier stage of the sales funnel, so the approach needs to be different. Generally more of a soft sell, where you give value first and create desire. So an amazing example of how to give value first in social media is Aquabumps on Facebook. So this was started by a surfer from Bondi Beach in Australia, and he'd get up every single morning and post photos of Bondi Beach, basically just to cheer up mates who are in the office. And over time, 40,000 people sign up to get emailed the daily photos. And their Facebook page has built up to 50,000 fans as well. And every single morning when he posts the photos, people comment, gorgeous, beautiful, that's an amazing photo. It's pretty much the same things girls comment all over my photos. So at first I was thinking, you know, all these photos are making people happy, but how does this guy make money? But when you look closer in the comments, people comment every time. How much to buy this pic? Do you sell copies of this? And often other customers reply, you can buy the frame prints at, and paste the link. So people post, I want this in my bedroom, how much do I have to pay? It's pretty much the same thing girls post on my Facebook pics all the time. But this actually happens over and over, and people now travel from around the world to visit the busy full-time gallery on Bondi Beach that has several staff. So he's not selling, they're buying. There's a big difference. So you can see that's a print, $3,500. And while people buy massive prints for their living rooms for thousands of dollars from around the world, this guy spends most of his time traveling, surfing, taking more photos, and living his dream. So give value first and build desire and trust before you close the deal. So I like to say social media fans are a lot like women. You need to warm them up slowly first, not try and seal the deal straight away. And pictured there is actually Kim Kardashian. But speaking of women, I remember in high school getting shut down by this girl. And unfortunately I thought if I was just nice and kept asking, it would work. So I was like, what about bowling? What about ice skating? What about this restaurant? But just like social media and email marketing, it's not about badgering someone into submission. You need to make them want it. So have a bit more vision and think. How do you make someone want something? And there is really one way above all others. Show that other people want it. And even better, show that their friends or that people that they trust vouch for you or your product. So going back in high school, you know what I really needed? Instead of just pushing, what about this restaurant? What I really needed was some other jealous ex-girlfriend to butt in with, back off, mine, bitch. So I swear it's just like kindergarten. Nobody wants a toy. And then as soon as one person wants it, everyone does. So I have a test to actually prove this in internet marketing. It's a really interesting A/B split test to see whether adding customer testimonials increases sales. So this one was done using Visual Website Optimizer for Wikijobs, which is the UK's largest graduate jobs website. So we have A, the original version on the left, with no testimonials, and B, which is exactly the same. They're actually both white. They're both the same color. So B is exactly the same, except for 3 tiny testimonials added down the bottom. And the goal was to get people to click through to check out and buy. So the question is, which one of these 2 options had the most sales? And you can win this authentic didgeridoo from Australia and this kangaroo. Yikes, what did I do? I'll fix that up when someone's coming up. So who wants to come up and have a try? What did I do there? Shit. I'll throw the cow and I'll fix it while someone's coming up. Did someone catch it? Sorry, we're almost back to 7 minutes. Come on down. Hopefully I'll get up to... Where are we? Almost there. Take your time. All right. Good thing I didn't have the answer. Oh, Liz, congratulations. All right, so which one do you think got the most sales? You got A, the original with no testimonials, or B, which is exactly the same with the testimonials added?
Testimonials added.
B? Oh, congratulations. You win. So yeah, adding those 3 little testimonials down the bottom actually resulted in a 34% increase in sales. And actually those are pretty sober and weak testimonials, so you can imagine the difference if you start adding photos and stories and pictures of people they trust. And giving value first in social media to influencers and business-to-business partners takes it to a whole new level. So secret number 6, the real magic of social media is connecting, partnering, and leveraging off other people. So you want to find other businesses with a similar target market. And you can offer, say, reciprocal mail-outs. Maybe start by sharing each other's best content to your Facebook or Twitter followers. Paper.ly is a great tool to start. So just create a newspaper by mashing up other blogs' RSS feeds and tweet that out. And things like interviews or producing content together is great, as you can share it with both your databases. And going and leaving people comments, testimonials, or reviews are also great ways to kickstart partnerships. Now, guest posts are a great way to get exposure to a large audience. So find some authoritative sites in your niche, and you provide quality content and get traffic and links in return. So a couple of free resources. My Blog Guest is a great free resource to connect guest bloggers and websites seeking guest posts. Try looking at the technorati.com top 100. They list the top blogs in every niche. There's also a site called invest.com, which has BlogRank, which lists all the top blogs in every category with all their ranking metrics as well. And I've made an article there with a whole list of resources for finding high-ranking blogs that are seeking guest posts, and I put a list of the top 20 internet marketing blogs with lots of you guys that are seeking guest posts as well. And one of my friends, Manish Sethi, actually managed to get 1,000 Aweber double-confirmed opt-ins from a single guest post. And his secret is end with a clear incentive and a call to action and link to a special custom landing page. And just a really simple but effective way to find some guest posting opportunities, just do a simple Google search for your keyword, like photography and Write For Us. And even better, use the free SEO Moz or SEO Quake browser extensions, and you can see all of these sites seeking guest posts, and the browser extension will display their PR and all their backlinks, so you can pick out the high authority websites at a glance. So we can see there, Steve's Digicams, pretty famous site, domain authority 80. So a great free tool to spread your content to other websites is Zemanta. So basically, this will suggest your content to real bloggers as they are writing articles about the same topic, and encourages them to use and share your articles and pictures and videos, meaning more backlinks and traffic to you. And to find influencers in your niche, one great tool is followerwonk.com. So just make sure you spell that correctly when typing it in. So that allows you to search words in a person's Twitter bio, like journalist. And most of you guys know Clout, which measures influence and reach. And another great resource is wefollow.com, because this lists the top influencers tagged in various categories like internet marketing, photography, wine, and many more. So go out there and start assembling a list of, say, top 10 blogs, Facebook pages, Twitter accounts, journalists in your niche market. Go and start commenting on their blogs, retweet their stuff. Start engaging these people and giving value first, and you will find some people that will engage you back. So the real magic of Twitter is not about spamming people in 140 characters or less. It's that the barrier to entry is so small that you can kickstart partnerships with influencers, and you can reach people that you otherwise couldn't reach. Is that someone's phone?
Hello? I'll be right there.
Okay, that's the first time that's happened. So I guess when you've got to go, you've got to go. So anyway, moving right along. Do any of you guys remember Eric Thomas, who spoke at the last Affiliate Summit in Las Vegas? I thought he was awesome. I remember he was talking about how to achieve your dreams. And he said, ask yourself, what people do I need to surround myself with to get to where I want to be? And before, we would just have to pick from our circle of friends or guess by someone's appearance. But now social media is enabling us to connect with like-minded people all over the world. And I'm so grateful that I've been able to come halfway across the world and meet people like Sean, Missy, Deb and Vinny and all of you guys. And you meet far more amazing people than, say, if you just hung out with the person in the cubicle next to you at work. And it's one thing to find people who share the same goal, but it takes it to a whole new level when you can surround yourself with people who believe what you believe. And the people who really go places are not so much those who are just technically talented, but those who can connect with and inspire other people. So I believe we're living in the age of people discovery. And the next big thing is that social media is breaking down barriers to connecting with new people. So people are becoming within reach. And connecting with the people that you need to live your dreams is becoming easier than ever before. So another fundamental shift we're seeing is the age of creation. We are living in the time of the largest increase in expressive capability in human history. So this photo is from President Obama's inauguration. So look at that sea of digital cameras. That shows the powerful change which is happening. Your audience now has an audience. And actually, Eric Schmidt from Google said if you take the amount of content that was created from the beginning of time until 2003, that same amount of content is now being created every 48 hours. So there is so much noise, but also so much potential. So this is a bit of a double-edged sword and works both ways. On the one hand, this is a double-edged sword and works both ways. On the one hand, if you just try and shout over the top of all those people, it won't work. There is just so much noise. But if you partner with those people, it's exponential. So the real opportunity now is partnering with people and leveraging them to share your content to their followers. So now it's not so much about just broadcasting a message, but creating an environment for convening and supporting groups of people to gather and share, and harnessing the phenomenal power of the networking effect, where every additional user creates more benefits and more possibilities. So it used to just be that most media was created by professionals, with the rest merely consuming. Those days are gone and never to return. Now, we are all creating the content that is out there. And this whole paradigm shift really hit home to me after the last Affiliate Summit during an incident I had with a girl in a New York bar. So allow me to explain. So a bit of background, being from Australia and having an Australian accent usually works amazing. So girls always say, wow, Australia, oh my God, I love kangaroos. But the last few times, unfortunately, things haven't been the same. So let's just say there are some of you out there who are ruining our reputation. So we were out in New York last time, and there was this girl at the bar. And so I go up and say, hi, I'm here from Australia. And I could not believe what she said. This was the first thing that she associated with Australia. Not kangaroos, not Hugh Jackman. She hops up onto the bar and she says, Australia? Planking! Now, for those who don't remember, planking actually started in Australia and became a worldwide phenomenon. And you know, when you think about it, billions of dollars has been spent with movies and tourism to create a positive image of Australia. And the first impression this girl has is the picture some bogans have posted on Facebook. But this really illustrates a fundamental change that is going on. The content that is out there is no longer being dominated by professionals, but being produced by the masses. So you want to create a platform where users can contribute content and be involved. So on my new charity fundraising site, donatesponsor.org, we've been getting people to post dares they'll do if people donate. For example, some clown there dared for charity to plank in the middle of their Affiliate Summit keynote. And this other dare, donate to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and Micro Steph will bust out in the middle of the keynote as Wonder Woman. So give Steph a round of applause. So I just wanted to say a massive thank you to Incentivize.com by CPA Way They were really nice and came on board straight away and by making a donation to charity so I'd wear their t-shirt. So support them and check out Incentivize.com and CPAway.com. And I'd actually like to invite all of you guys and any of your friends to submit any of your official fundraising pages for any government-registered charity to donatesponsor.org, and that $1,500 donation will actually be donated at the end of August via the top 10 fundraising pages that get the most votes. And secret number 7, focus on what you do have and what you can do and do it. Because life is not 100% sum game. No matter how brilliant you are, not everything you try will work and not everyone will appreciate you. So you just need to focus on the people that do. So stressing about what you don't have isn't constructive, but being excited about what you do have is. And an amazing example of how every obstacle is an opportunity and the power of a positive attitude and focusing on what you do have is an inspiring Australian man, Nick Wojcik. So through sheer determination, Nick became school captain, graduated from university, can swim, surf, skateboard, play golf, and travels the world almost 300 times a year, speaking and inspiring millions of people. His motto, no arms, no legs, no worries, mate. And when you have this positive mindset as an entrepreneur, every change is an opportunity. So one challenge online is this expectation of free. So people especially want information for free. But look at the other side. People are shockingly willing to hand over their information for free. And every single time you use Google, Facebook, or upload a picture to Flickr, you are building and improving their business. So people are willing to trade their content and their information to get a service free. And if you can leverage that properly, your customers and users will build your business for you. So we're going to see more recommendation engines like Netflix Cinemax, where they use your choices to recommend movies you're more likely to enjoy in the future. And it's just like Amazon's personalized recommendations. You are helping to improve and tailor their store to you with every single click. So even Google is realizing there isn't one objective best search result for everyone, and we're going to see more and more personalization of search. Because when I search to buy something, I want to know what someone like me thinks is best. And a classic illustration of this was actually last year after Affiliate Summit, I went down to Washington, DC. So I was looking for which hotel to stay in. I was reading the reviews on TripAdvisor. And there was a 1-star, absolutely scathing review that just made me book that hotel straight away. So the person wrote, "This hotel is a disgrace. I couldn't get any sleep at all with all the noise from the rooftop pool bar." And I'm like, there's a rooftop pool bar? And I think it was some elderly couple that wrote the review. So they continued, "This hotel and nightclub should be shut down. Everywhere you look, there's too many skanky young girls." And I'm like, book now. But this year, TripAdvisor has actually changed and improved, and they've added Facebook integration. So it personalizes things and recommends hotels based on what your friends say. So people are going to make purchasing decisions more and more from their network. And that very lucrative river of search engine buyer traffic right at the bottom of the sales funnel is going to be influenced more and more by social signals. And this disruption and change creates a massive opportunity. So lastly, don't just dream. Having a vision is fantastic, but it's only the first step. The people who really get there are those who break their vision and dreams down into a step-by-step game plan of what they need to do today and take action. So my favorite quote from Anthony Robbins is, "Choose, don't react." Don't take what is given to you by the environment that you walk by each day. Decide precisely what you want, decide what it will take to make that happen, and make that happen. So I really hope you guys take action, and hopefully there's a tip or resource that can help you out. And just before I end, all of the slides, links, and videos from around the world are on my blog at fatcowbusiness.com/ASC12. My book is at 4yearoldentrepreneur.com, and I've got 100 copies. You guys can just grab a copy free. So please add me on Facebook and Twitter. I'll actually be in New York the rest of the week, so please keep in touch. And I just wanted to finish by sharing with you guys my 2 childhood dreams. So on the bottom left is the local newspaper from George's Hall in Sydney, Australia. And under the headline, "This Boy Can Really Talk," is me holding all my public speaking trophies from winning the district, regional, and New South Wales school state finals. And on the right, it was my twin and very close cousin, Jim. And with all my entrepreneurial ventures growing up, like collecting cans or selling glow sticks, Jim always helped, even if there was nothing in it for him. And ever since then, I've been drawn to people who are genuinely nice and giving to others. So I'm sure that's why I'm here. And many of you guys who've seen me at the parties will know I always wear a black fedora hat, which we both used to wear together. And that smiley face was Jim's logo. So Jim sadly passed away when we were both 18. And so my two childhood dreams were to one day speak in New York City and to start a non-profit in Jim's honor, which is Donate Sponsor. So thank you guys for making my dreams come true. And I wish you the best, and I hope all yours come true too.